heard the Calvinists teach that you must be regenerated first in order to believe.
This is true, but what is funny is they believe that faith precedes justification.
So what's wrong with that?
The relationship between regeneration and justification is inseparable. Regeneration is the act of God saving man in the same moment in time the person is also justified and adopted into the family of God. By justification one is pardoned for offenses against the Father. By regeneration one is given new life in the Spirit. By adoption one is permitted to re-enter the Father's family. Justification is the declaration the person is righteous, based on the finished work of Christ. Regeneration is giving new life, breaks the dominion of sin, and reorders the direction of the heart toward the love of God. Only on this basis may adoptive grace then make the new creature a son or daughter, a member of God's family, ready to receive the promised inheritance. Justification removes our guilt, which is a barrier in the way of our admission into God's family. Regeneration changes our hearts, imparting a fitness for the family, and adoption actually receives us therein. Justification consists in the pardon of the guilty, regeneration in the moral renovation of the unholy, and adoption in the gracious reception of those who are alienated from God and disinherited. The New Testament correlates these powerful metaphors. One is born anew into a present resurrected life and an incomparable future family inheritance. In His great mercy He has given us new birth into a living hope through the resurrection of Jesus Christ from the dead, and into an inheritance that can never perish, spoil or fade. No one is justified without also being given new life in the Spirit, and being adopted into the family of God. Each implies the other. Adoption is not artificially separable from rebirth, but another way of viewing the same work of grace. Convicting grace reveals to the sinner the depths of the human predicament, leading to repentance. Regenerating grace redirects our dominant affections from the godless love of self to the selfless love of God. Justifying grace pardons sin. Adopting grace welcomes us into the family of God. Amid this transition, the Spirit witnesses within our spirits that we are children of God, assured of the undeserved inheritance of salvation.
Oh, I understand now. Since they hold that a person is justified by faith, then they also must hold that faith precedes regeneration, because regeneration and being justified are not separable. Destroys the Calvinist concept of total depravity. Not that total depravity is not true, it just is not true in the way they teach it.
That is correct. Total depravity is true, however total depravity does not mean man cannot believe until God regenerates him. It is true that man cannot come to God unless God draws them. However, it is not true that man cannot receive God's gracious gift by faith until they are regenerated. We are saved by faith, therefore faith must precede regeneration.
Can you please shine some light on the subject of unconditional election next?
Sure, but we will do that another day. Lord willing, of course.